So let me get this straight. You can't guarantee me full-time hours, but you want me to keep my schedule completely open. Meaning that from week to week, my schedule may change from mornings to afternoons to evenings to nights. It just depends on what you want at the time. And you can only pay me $12 an hour, and I have to come in clean, prepped, and sexy? Huh. You drive a hard bargain in this economy, but I guess I do need a second job.
I'm looking for a second job, and I'm currently running into two issues. One, for a lot of these jobs, the pay ain't hitting on two pennies. They want to start you out well below, $18 an hour, which in this economy, I think everybody should be started out with. I know we can have a debate about that another day. That's one of my issues. But the other issue I'm having with a lot of these listings, now this job looks pretty awesome. If I'm being honest with you, it's pretty much being a moderator for this company's social media. My mom actually used to work for this company, and they pay pretty good. But the issue I'm having, and I'm running into this with a lot of these listings on here, is they expect you to be extremely freaking flexible. Okay, flexibility to work a 40-hour work week during any day, any shift as needed within the program's hours of operation, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's subject to change based on business needs. So how the hell are you supposed to have your first job or your second job if they need you to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And what happens on a lot of these sites where they ask you to apply is they disqualify you because you're not open. I have a job during the day, and you guys are not listening to pay. So you guys would want me to just, up and leave my job or whatever I'm doing right now to be completely available for your job, when you could just list a shift. And if it's an evening shift, it's a match, right? You wouldn't always have to have these postings up. But sometimes I think some of these postings are just there for tax reasons. And, some of these are not really real jobs. I mean, most of them are, but stuff like this, give me the pay. I know this is a real company. I even know where the building is, but I need, I can't be available anytime, people.
I know.
Marky, what's going on with you? What's going on? Well, what you going through?
Yeah. Look at him. I know, you hear the purrs? I know, I hear him.
Have any of you tried looking for a job in 2024? It's an experience, I'm going to just tell you, okay? Like, even if you're just trying to find another job to supplement your income, especially if you're trying to find another job to supplement your income, you're going to be disqualified from even getting callbacks, because a lot of these postings and a lot of these listings want you to be 110% available. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you can't have any outside obligations besides that job. And the kicker about that is that a lot of these places are only paying maximum $15 an hour, maximum $16 an hour. And it's like, you want me to be able to relocate, be available to you 24 hours a day, and all of these other stipulations, right? Have certain, I have the experience. That's not the issue. In a lot of the cases for what I'm applying for. But it's like, bro, in this economy, if you're only paying this set amount, let's say, even some of these restaurants are saying, okay, we only pay $12 an hour, right? Because that's what our state's minimum wage is now. But your hours have to be open. Okay, if your hours are open, that means that it doesn't lend for you to have another job in order to supplement your income for the lack of pay that you guys are offering.
It seems like a more viable option just to get on OnlyFans and play with my penis. sometimes you go into these, these postings, you do the application, you know what I'm saying? You do your resume, you do all of these things, right? And it's redundant because they're going to ask you your work history anyway, even after you uploaded the resume. No one ever looks at these freaking resumes, especially a lot of these entry-level jobs. They don't. You're trying to work at a gas station, I promise you that the gas station attendant manager in the back is not going through a shit ton of resumes. He may be going through some applications just to call people back at a random thing. But as far as going through resumes and okay, this person was a scientist, they ain't looking at that shit. But it's all a formality, right? Oh, upload your resume, and then on our application, once again, put your work history. Okay, redundancy, right? So you do this, okay? You put up your work history, all that. Then when you get to the end of the application, a lot of these jobs want you to do a motherfucking assessment. And some of these assessments take 20 to 40 minutes to do. Now, if you're trying to look for a job, right? If you don't, let's say you didn't have a job at all, and you're trying to look for a job, that's time out of your day. And this is not even a guaranteed callback. We're not even at the process of where you've been interviewed, and they're telling you to do an assessment to see if you could do this and da-da-da-da-da, right? I'm like, bro, is this for neurotypical people? Because at this point, like, one of the worst things that I've ever experienced in this life is not looking for a job. It's doing a resume to look for a job. We're all the rich white women that want to trick off on some BBC. I'm just playing. I'm not. Trying to put together the certain paperwork in order for me to even qualify for these motherfuckers to call me. I'm just like, for $12 an hour in this economy, y'all gonna have to readjust the way y'all doing things, because at this point, I'm like, this is why a lot of y'all just have so many posts, like have postings every week, because who's gonna jump through this many hoops for $12, $13 an hour? Oh, you're a shift lead. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if I'm making $2 more than a nigga that's on fries, right? And I got all this other responsibility, but I have to be completely open, right? And I can't make other money on the side. It's I'm telling you right now, this shit is not real, bro. It's not a real world. This is not a real world. Now, yes, it is a blessing that I live in a place right now where there are a lot of listings. There are a lot of job opportunities out here in Las Vegas, because a lot of money does come through Vegas. But I even saw a job earlier that was they're looking for a souvenir shop. You know, if y'all ever been out here, we have these little souvenir hut things where they sell sunglasses and all kind of other stuff. So they got like these little souvenir hut things down there that they're hiring for, right? But on the thing, it says you get an assessment. You get 2 assessments a month up until 6 months, and then after that, every 6 months you get an. I'm like, man, nobody's trying to deal with that shit for fucking $12 an hour. Are you kidding? An assessment because okay, you didn't sell our souvenir situation is down because we got these crappy ass ashtrays and t-shirts that nobody wants to fucking buy. I mean, people do buy them. It is Vegas. It's a tour, especially when you're on the strip, they do buy them. But brother, the hoops, you feel me? The hoops. And then let's talk about this rent, okay? Because I was mentioning it yesterday, I'm about to move into a suite. So ultimately, my budget, as far as my budget, is $400 a week, right? Because it's going to cost me about $300 a week for where I stay. And I've done it before, but back when I was doing it before, because I stayed in a suite before I met my ex, I stayed in the suite for almost 3 years, right? But it was about $100 cheaper. I was paying $220 a week at that time, but it went up to about 3 something. Who cares? Whatever. So I budget that to about $400 a week plus, my food and my proclivities. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. That's not horrible, but at the same time, it doesn't lend me a lot of money to save. That's what the second job is about, because I don't want to live in a suite for the rest of my goddamn life, right? Otherwise, like I say, if I could have a car, if I could like literally just buy a car, I would literally buy a car next month and just sleep in that bitch. That's literally what I would do. But I unfortunately can't do that, so I have to go and sink my money into this goddamn suite, and that's fine. But this job hunting shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. So like, I know that people that are like looking for shit like get super discouraged by it. Watch this be going off. Watch this be hating. The fuck. So y'all, here's the thing, bro. I do want to work closer downtown or on the strip, so I'm gonna have to like suck it up and work there, because it ain't like I'm making all this money at my first job either. but I do make a lot of money through gratuity, and we're nowhere near the strip, and I make pretty good money there, right? So I couldn't even imagine, being down there on the strip. The thing is, right, and I was saying about the apartment. So ultimately, I'd be paying about what is it, $1,200 a month, right, to stay in a suite, right? That's a fucking apartment, right? However, the reason I'm not going to just go for the apartment is because I want lights. I want some, I want to be able to cook. I like hot water. So all that comes in the suite. I don't have to worry about utilities and all that shit right now too, because that'd be an extra couple fucking $100, right? But for some of the hoops that y'all want people to jump through, some of these employers, in order to be a part of the team, in order to be a part of the family, right? Man, fuck off. Fuck all that. Like right now, like I would really like to do like some outdoorsy shit. I would like to do some fitness shit. I would like to do something like that, you know what I'm saying? But I would have to do that on my own. Ain't nobody gonna hire me to do that shit because I don't have CPR training. You know what I'm saying? It's always some certificate. It's always something to get, you know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of spending money, y'all. And with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog for today. I'm about to get up here and play some basketball because I didn't go working out today. And the reason I did is because you got to give yourself some time to rest, y'all. Y'all got to give yourself some time to rest. You got to give yourself some time to rest mentally. And you definitely got to give yourself to some time to rest physically. So, you know what I'm saying? The old body that you use to navigate in this reality don't give out on you. And you don't just fall to your knees and say, oh, God, I'm in pain. I'm old. I mean, we all gonna get to that point if we're lucky one day, but whatever, I'm rambling. Till next time, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind, I just looked it up. The only people that's paying for penis on a consistent basis is gay niggas. So I guess I can't be an S worker.